So let me have a look into web technology lab week 4. So what he's saying under this is write a JavaScript or JQuery. JQuery not yet completed. So JavaScript will write it. Code to validate the following fields of the registration web page. First name, last name. The condition for first name and last name, these are the fields in the input tag. We have a type, right? Attribute. These are the different types we can use. The type is text for the first name, type equal to text for the last name, type equal to text for the username, type equal to password for the password, type equal to DOB, you can use the date of birth, type equal to text for postal code, or if you want any sort of other type equal to, you can use the text field. But here different one more is there, that is email ID. So totally 6 programs are there. But when anybody has typed the first name or last name, what is the constraint they have to check it is only alphabets. Alphabets means what? A to Z. That will be capital or small letters. That has to be enter only. And the length should not be less than 8 characters. Minimum length is 8 characters. So how many conditions here? We have 2 conditions. One is alphabets, another is the length. 2 conditions is there. But to do this one, we have a concept called in the JavaScript. Which concept you are going to using? The concept is regular expressions. The syntax of regular expressions will start by 2 slashes. In between that, we are using the pattern followed by the modifier, where the modifier will tell you what type of constraint we are applying in a particular field or in a particular pattern. So the pattern may be the first name, the pattern may be the last name, the pattern may be the password, the pattern may be the username, the pattern may be a DOB, whatever it may be, whatever the task you are going to using, the modifier will play a vital role in checking of this condition, right? Now we have different modifiers like small d, capital D, small w, capital W, like different purposes. Let me have a look into the first name and last name. Most of you have done the program, but let me have a look of this one. Directly I will go to the body. Here in the body, the background color I'm going to using the pink. Now let me first run the program, then we'll talk about execution of this. Okay. See, this is the program, right? Hope it is visible. This is the program. Now in this program, when I give the name KK Bashir, so it is totally 8 characters. Now when I give less than 1, automatically it is displaying here a message called username should contains alphanumerics, and here there is more text is there, alphanumeric. So it is alphanumeric only, but only the length is missing over here. If I type R here and this I am moving to another, so again we need to be refresh, and I type KK Bashir should not contain, should contains alphanumeric and length. What is the length here? It is totally 8 characters, less than or equal. But at least if it is 1, 2, 3, KK Bashir 1, 2, 3. Username should contains alphanumeric. Again, the length. Now alphanumeric set again, right? So when I give the password, it should be consisting, password should be greater than 8 characters and should have uppercase and special symbols. That's how the messages are coming. So this red messages can be have here only, you can in the immediately after the text field you can display the alert message, or you can use the alert box, whatever the condition, however you require. Now let me go to the program code. Here I have just changed the things, that's why it is showing that error. Now I started with the background color pink. It's not mandatory. The background color is a pink always, any color. And also it's not mandatory. Definitely we required a background color, right? It's optional. And I'm creating a form because what is there here in this program? It is a form, right? It is a form, right? Agree? So in this form, what are there? The fields. The fields are here. A legend is there. This is a field set, right? These 2 field sets I'm adding in a field set. This box is called as a field set. Now I'm just giving a name for the field set with the help of legend tag. and I am using a user ID label and a text field and a password, another text field, another input field, two input fields, two buttons, and a legend with field set. This is the form I'm creating over here. Now for this form, I'm just giving a name as a form. Okay. Now I'm started the field set. In the form, I'm creating a field set. I'm just giving a legend name, that is user details. And I'm just creating a table because again we can use the table so that we can display in a neater manner. So how many rows are there? Totally how many rows in the program? 3 rows. Username first row, password second row, buttons are third row. In the first row I'm creating. First column is user ID. What is the second column? The text, right? Input type equal to text. Name, I'm just giving a name as T3. And here I'm going to using a event called as onBlur. So onBlur in the sense, I'm just calling onBlur a unvalidate function here. Unvalidate function. Later we'll see about this unvalidate function. Now immediately what I'm displaying here is, if you observe carefully how to display that, it is a span I'm going to use. The purpose of span is for displaying a single line of text. Span ID UID style equal to color red. In red color, I'm just displaying the idea of the span is what? UID, user ID. Now here, whenever anything you have done mistake, automatically on blur in the sense what? When you move from that text field to the next text field, automatically unvalidate function will calls. If unvalidate function return anything, it will display immediately on blur, immediately as a single line for this one. The second row I am considering password, first column. Second column type equal to password, name is T4. Here also I am using unblur. PW validate function I am using. Immediately after this, anything has written by PW validate, password validate function, it display like the same single line here itself, immediately on that. So end of the row, 2 rows are ended, end of the table. And now if you want, you can create a buttons. So buttons also you can keep as a third row, but I'm just using separately for this one. Type equal to button submit. When you click on that, it will call the validate function. When you click on that, a validate function will calls. Again, I'm creating one more button called as reset. It clears the total fields in that. So this end of the center of the things, all the things I'm going to kept as a center. If you want to display as a center, here the center will starts from where it starts from here. From here it is starting. The total entire table is a center tag I am going to use. Right? End of the field set, end of the form, end of the body, end of the HTML. Now, if you observe carefully, how many functions I am calling for user validation, user ID validation, unvalidate function, for password, PW validate, for on click, validate. So totally how many functions? 3 functions I am going to be calling here. So first of all, which function will call? Because you are entering the user ID. Here, before you are moving from user ID to password, it will be calls this one. It will call automatically. That is the specialty of onBlur. Unblur means when you press on tab, moving from one text field to another text field, or when you click on the cursor from one text field to another text field, unvalidate function will calls. So here unvalidate function. Now coming to here. So what is the purpose of unvalidate here? To validate whether the username is alphanumeric and that will be the length of the user ID is not less than, that is minimum 8 characters. So when it calls the function unvalidate, it will cause the function unvalidate. Now it will goes to, first of all, how many fields are going to entering in the form one. What is the user ID field name? Here you're checking, right? Where here? What is the UID here? This is the form. What is the name of the text field? Where it is there? In form 1. In form 1, in the form 1, I have a name T3. F1 dot. How to access this text field? F1 dot T3 dot. What I need to access? Whatever you enter the user ID, the value I need it. So how to access this? This is the way it access. That is u equal to a variable I am considering u equal to r1 dot t3 dot value. That value will be stored. Now, whatever you are entering here, that is AK Bashir, you are entering here, that will be read by this u. Now, what will be there in u? AK Bashir for this example. Now, I am using as un mob, that is regular expression un1. That is for what purpose I need to check whether it is any digits are there, whether it should be A to Z or it should be A capital A and capital Z between. These are the ranges, right? And either any underscores are there and any W and length. Now, how many regular expressions I am going to using? 4. One is we check digit to range of the alphabets, underscore is there or not, capital letter. If you not understand what is the purpose of D you are using, just I will give a glance to you. Here we have. So in this example, if you see the regular expression pattern, this is the syntax, right? This is the syntax we are going to giving for regular expressions. What is the syntax? Pattern followed by modifier. So these are the pattern, W3 schools here, and I is the pattern, sorry, modifier. Now, if you don't know what is D stands for, means we can use to find a digit here. To find a digit, we are going to using this. To find a digit, we are going to using this pattern, that is slash D. This one. Now, if you observe carefully, while you are going to using, this is a meta character, including this, don't be use only D, including this you need to be used. Now, A to Z, it is a range. If you observe carefully here we are going to mention A to Z, where this already we have seen. This is, we can use here like this, or we can use the ranges, right? This expression also. Underscore is there to check underscore or not. And capital W. So what is the purpose of capital W? If you observe this one, match anything, this is the capital W. Match anything except alphanumeric characters or underscore. So it will match anything except alphanumeric. So this is whether alphanumeric is there or not, whether alphanumeric entered or not, whether to find a digit, whether to find for underscore. Now, one more condition. These 4 regular expressions for what purpose? To check whether a given input is alphanumeric or not. And what is the other condition? Length should not be, it should be greater than 8. So if it is less than n, u dot. What is the u? Whatever you enter in the user ID, that u dot, that length is less than 8, it will display a message. Where I need to display a message? In the document. At which ID? In the span. What is the ID of this span? UID. Here I need to display. So for that purpose, document dot get element by ID, document dot here, document dot get element by ID at UID. It has to display, there is position is assigned to X in the document. At the ID, it gets the position X. At that X position, what you are doing? Dot inner HTML equal to enter more than 8 characters. Or else simply if you want X again, want to it of rest means you just add this to this one. This is okay, right? You can add this instead of assigning X and again you are assigning like this also you can write. You can write like this, that is assign the position to X and X dot inner HTML, or combined after this UID dot inner HTML itself here and flag equal to 1. Right? Now that is one condition. If this condition passes, this pass, it goes to where? To test whether it is consisting of any digits or any other sort of things. Now re underscore un1. What is re underscore un1? In re underscore un1, we have a d, that is digit. So d dot, how to test the regular expressions? We have 2 ways, text and exe. Already have said you. Text and exe are the 2 functions to check whether a given string is, to test this method. Like here I said it. Where means this slide we already talked. Text, test and exe. 2 ways. Just we can pass a pattern. You can directly use the pattern or you can pass the pattern. What is the pattern here? This is the one. This is, we are going to using pattern slash e. This is pattern. This pattern we are assigning to this one, and we are calling the test function is patt.txt, or else directly you can call slash e. Like this also you can call. Directly you can use the pattern instead of assigning this pattern to a variable, again that variable dot test. Instead of this, directly you can use the pattern itself. Now this is the pattern d dot visit dot test. To whom I need to test? You. whether it is any disease or there, and re underscore un2. What is re underscore un2? A to Z and capital A to Z. If it is a digit, if it is consisting of any alphanumeric, that is alphabets A to Z dot test of U, and re underscore un3. What is there? Underscore dot test. If all these three, if all these three, if it is returns true, means what? Any one of this. If it is a digit, or if it is a to Z, if you are saying this one A to Z, and if you are testing that is a underscore is available, then if any is found, that is exclamatory mark we are giving here. Exclamatory mark means opposite of this one. If it is found digit, or if it is having any, like any one of this returns false, automatic value, what will happen? It returns false value, right? Now another function, another pattern, re underscore even, that is capital W. What is the purpose of capital W? Except the alphanumeric, it will test whether this is there or not, alphanumeric. So any one of this, if it is found the true, that is any one of this, it will display that username should contain alphanumerics and underscore minimum, right? That is a condition. Now when I type here, when I type the program here, like kk underscore c, just refresh this, kk underscore c, again this is alphanumeric digit, kk underscore c 1, 2, 3. This is the correct answer for this. kk underscore, it has to cover alphabets, underscore, and digits. If all the three combination is there, then only it is accepted. As part of the program itself, it is showing that, as part of the program itself, it is showing that, what is showing? Only alphabets. Should contain only alphabets. Now I'm just giving you alphanumeric. Okay. Alphabets, anybody can do it. Now how we check it? First we check the digits. We check for the alphabets A to Z. We check for underscore. If any one of this is missing, return false. If any one of this returns false, automatically what will happen here? This or enter becomes false, right? So if it is a digit is there, KK Bashir 1, 2, 3, but it is missing underscore. What will happen? True and true, it becomes true, and again false means it's a logical end, right? So it becomes false. So false, it becomes, this is any one of this, it is mismatching. One more pattern we are checking for alphanumeric. Alphanumeric match means what? Except anything. It's a combination. Except anything. If it returns, capital W means except alphanumeric. If it returns true, except this capital W, match anything except alphanumeric characters or underscore. It will match. So other than alphanumeric, except alphanumeric characters underscore, match, it will match anything. So match anything in the sense, it will be false. Other than this, if you are giving, it will be returns true value. So alphanumeric except alphanumeric, it is returns anything is true. Now if anything is mismatch here, then automatically display the messages like this. Okay, so writing the condition is not that much easy. So we are checking all the possibilities. So a user ID should consisting digit, alphabets, and the underscore. Then only it will return a true value, or else it is false value. So if I give here, if I give the program, say for example, I'll just refresh this. Here I'm just giving kkb underscore or else I'll do one thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3. But what I missed underscore. But now let me how the program will run. Here Digit is there? Yes. What is the first regular expression? UN1. It is for digit. Digit is there? Yes. For second one, it is alphabet. Is there? Yes. True, untrue, true. And here underscore. Whether underscore is there in that U underscore is there? No, it is missing. So it is false. Entire false exclamatory means what? It's a true value, right? Or what is a logical or? Any one of these true, automatically it is a true. Now it will not needed to check again this because already is a true. So it goes to username should contains alphanumerics and underscore. Like this, the message will display. If all these three will be satisfied in any one of the case, if anything is this is entirely true, or all the three cases. In some case, if it is written a false value, now it will check other than the alphanumeric. If you are giving other than that, for what purpose we are checking this? Let me see that also. See, other age, exclamation mark, other age, hash, $1, this, like this. Other than, when I keep this, I need to check for this condition also. This also be 8 characters, but whether it is matching to any one of this, no. Right? So what happened to our code? It will return true value because the exclamation mark, because anyone is not matching, it returns a not matching to anyone. It returns true value. In some cases, if other than except alphanumeric means except that number, digit, alphabet, and underscore. If any other than is matching, then it also be gets tested. To test that one, we are using capital W. So capital W is checking for extra characters, special characters like exclamatory at the rate of hash, dollar, all this. Right? Now I'm giving the correct name underscore 1. So as part of your program, only alphabets is there or not. But it is I'm going to be making some little bit of more strength into program. Now what is the rest of the other part is password. So password, what we are doing. Let me see as part of the program. When I click on, now I am correct here, KK machine underscore 1. Now it is correct. That's why it is not showing any error. Coming to the password. Password should contain greater than 8 and should have uppercase and a special symbol. But as part of the program, what they are saying as part of the program, it is saying just saying that only password should contains minimum 8 characters. What is the condition for password? Here. It contains 8 characters and uppercase and special symbol. So uppercase and special symbol. To check that one, let me see how the script we are running. To check for that one, let me see the script. Password check. Where I need to collect the value of the password from form 1. What is the name of the text field? T4. F1 dot T4 dot value. Right? So that I need to access. So in the password, I'm accessing here F1 dot T4 dot value that will store in T. Now it checks for one uppercase means A to Z. And again what? Uppercase. And again it has to check the special symbols. What are the special symbols we have? Hash, dollar, at the rate of, exclamatory, like this special symbol. So to check that special symbol, we have capital W. And also we have one more condition, length. Now I'm checking the condition P dot length greater than 8 because should not be less than 8, he has said. Now P dot length should be greater than 8 and RE dot test. What is there in RE2? Capital A to Z. And RE3. What is in RE3? Capital W. If any one of these fails, automatically returns true value. So it has to display a message at what, at where, at the position of the span which is used for password. X equal to document.get element by ID password. X dot inner HTML equal to password should be greater than 8 characters, should have a uppercase and special symbol and flag equal to 1. If any one of these case fails, if all the cases true, that is it's a true, it is true, it is true, it returns false. It returns false will come out of the if statement, right? That's how we are going to display that one. And what is there? Once it is give correctly, say coming to the program, when I give here okay machine underscore 123, is passed. Now here what I am doing here is I'm just giving as 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me submit. Now when you come back to this one, it will get some error, right? Now refresh. Again I am giving 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It is again error, right? If I give the password as, what is the condition? Should be 8 characters and one alphanumeric capital letter should be there, and other is special symbols. I'm just giving as kkb at the rate of 1 2 3. kkb 3 letters at the rate of one letter 4 1 2 3 4 5 6. When I come back, password should be greater than 8 characters, should have uppercase. So I'm not given the uppercase here. So again refresh. I'm just giving kkb. First K is capital, second K is small, second next is B small, at the rate of 1 2 3 4 5 6. It covers K capital, again K small, again B small, at the rate 1 2 3 4 5. Now it is submit. When you come back to this one, it will not get any error. Now this automatically we are blurring on blur. This also we are automatically on blur. If no user ID and password is correct, then you click on the submit button. When you click on the submit button, what will happen to the program? That saying, for what purpose we are checking? To say that please fill all the details. Fill all the details in the sense anything is missing, it will display the message. Any empty thing, if you have mentioned that, you can fill the details like this. You can mention the message. Now when you click on the submit button here, on click equal to validate will calls. Now validate will, what will do in the validate? Initially we are setting flag equal to 0, u and p. Where is the username and password? In form 1 at t3 value access. In form 1 at t4 the password is there. So in u user ID, in p the password. If any both are empty, then please fill all the details like this. They will set it, right? How means? Let me see that also. And just refreshing. I'm not entering here anything. Just I'm clicking submit button. What will happen? The message has to come for this validation without entering. If you go inside the text field only, they will get on blur. If you're not going inside the text field, directly you are click on the submit button. Now it shows the fill the field. Please fill the details. For that purpose, I'm checking this condition and flag equal to 1. If flag equal to 0, just display welcome to so and so user. It's simple. Welcome to so and so user. That's how we can do. When will become flag 0? When any one of the conditions it is not entered into that, automatically default initially the flag value is 0 only. If it is 0, just display a background color as cyan. Welcome to so and so. Now I am giving the correct input here. K Bashir underscore 1 2 3 and K capital KKB at the rate of 1 2 3 4 5. Once you submit it, the submit button, what will happen? It has to validate the thing. We'll do one thing. Just refresh. Call it. Right. Password validation, HTML. Okay. This one actually. Okay. Just save the program and we'll run it. Okay, so here submit button, on click, validate. Okay, right, now it is ready. Okay, okay, so once you click on the submit button, validate, on click, validate function, it starts here, here. Okay, fine. So no issue. So once it is click on submit button, welcome to so and so. The name has to become over here. So that's about the username, password, and we are going to checking that's two fields. One is username and password. So if you want to check the first name, last name, you can use the same. To check the first name and last name, you can check also the same way. So like this, just it will be display the message at the final. Welcome to so and so person, right? So that's for the weak program. That is a JavaScript program to validate a username and password.